welcome back to another fun video with Tall Ship Providence. Now, if you happen to be local to Alexandria and you come down to the Old Town waterfront, you might see the Providence and you might ask, what is this giant plastic structure on top of Providence? What we've done here is we have built a winter cover on top of the deck of Providence so that we can continue to work on the boat and continue to host people for our dockside tours during the winter when it gets cold and gross and there's snow and sleet and things like that. The winter cover primarily serves as a method for keeping water off of the deck of Providence. What you don't want to have happen is have water get into the deck and then freeze, because water expands when it freezes. So it will find every tiny little crack in the deck and it will expand those cracks, which leads to more leaks, more problems down the road. So we've built ourselves a winter cover. How did we do that? It's a very exciting process. This is the first year we've done this on Providence, so it was definitely a bit of a learning project, but we built a structure out of these pieces of PVC pipe, and then a lot like you would a hoop house for a greenhouse, we put shrinkable plastic over the whole thing, and we shrink it down, and that shrinking action helps hold the whole thing together, helps keep everything from moving when it gets windy, helps keep the plastic all in one piece instead of flapping around. So what we're going to do in a little bit is we're going to go over how we shrink it, because it's kind of a fun process. But for right now, if you want, you can look down the deck of the Providence and see the whole inside rib structure. One of the things you might be asking is, do all boats have a winter cover? The answer to that is no. Smaller boats, particularly entirely fiberglass boats, sometimes don't. And some boats, instead of building a winter cover, go south for the winter to the Caribbean or the Bahamas. I would like us to do that. That sounds like great fun, but the likelihood of that is almost nil. So here we are, and we have a reusable cover for us to use year after year. The only part that we have that's not reusable is the plastic film itself, and that is recyclable. So we have a recycling kit, so when we take the cover off in the spring, bundle it up, send it off to a recycling place, and everything else, the pipes, the boards along the edge, all of it is reusable for next time. Hi folks, welcome back to talking about Providence's winter cover. In this section, we're actually going to try and shrink some of the plastic so you folks can get an idea of how that works. Before we do that, I feel obligated to say, please don't do this at home. It's not a good idea. We have all of our safety equipment here. I have a fire watch just in case things get out of hand. Please don't try this at home. Yep. Okay, so we are going to try and shrink this part right here. You can see that there's sort of a hole there, and we're going to try and get it to weld itself together. So let's see what happens. Okay. As you can see, the plastic gets really pliable when it's warm, and I'm wearing gloves so that I can smoosh it together if I need to. We're going to do this over the course of the next couple of days to the entire cover. It's been done once, but we always have little things like parts that didn't weld properly that we'll come back to and do later.